Hi there, beautiful thrivers. Welcome back to another video with Thriving in Chaos. It is Wednesday, and for me, that usually means WTF Wednesday. So, thank you guys for being here. Click that subscribe button, like the video, and let's go. Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. Before we get started with this video, let me grab today's prompt card. It feels kind of weird to do a prompt card right now, but let's do it. If you're new to my videos, this is a prompt card. It is basically a conversation starter. So I'll ask and answer the question on this card in this video, and you guys can put your answers in the comments below. It is just a little something to help us get to know each other better. If you had $100, what would you spend it on? Just a free $100 for you. What do you spend it on? I think obviously a lot of us, especially if you have bills and debt, a lot of us will say, put it towards debt. And for me right now, that's exactly what I would do. But let's pretend that bills and debt weren't an issue and you could use it in whatever way you wanted. I probably would put it towards vacation, to go towards spending on vacation or something. Spend it there. What about you guys? If you had $100, what would you spend it on? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so before we get started with this video, I want to thank you guys so much. If you caught my community post, so many of you said that you were praying for me and my family, and I really appreciate that so much. You have no idea. And I know at the time I made it an unspoken, because one, privacy, but two, also it wasn't happening to me, so I felt like that is something I needed to talk about first before I just assumed it was okay to talk about to the internet. So I did have that conversation and it was fine. So at some point in this video, I will go over what we have been dealing with, what I have been keeping from you actually, for the past few weeks. And so now that we have more information, I can express that information better so that, you're not just getting partial information just because I have partial information. Regardless, I will talk about that later in this video. I want to get the things done first so that we can get that out of the way and then talk about what I want to talk about. And then I have to do something that I really don't want to do, but it's needed. So stay tuned for that. I do want to go ahead and put this out there that I will, I'll put a trigger warning before I go into what I want to talk about, because it is sensitive in nature, and depending on your walk in life, what you're dealing with, what you have dealt with, your past, your traumatic experiences, some things can just really hit harder for some people that might not hit at so hard for others. And sometimes that can come out of the blue and you weren't expecting it, and then you're dealing with a lot of emotions you didn't expect to just by clicking on a video. So I will put a trigger warning before I begin our story. With that being said, let's go ahead and start this video. All right, so we are doing our WTF Wednesday. I kind of want to just get through this quickly. I have to confess, this was really hard. It is actually in the late afternoon when I'm filming this, which is not like me at all. It's been very hard to be motivated to get onto this, but I need to. If I let it go, it's only going to get worse, and I don't want that. I don't need that. We don't need that right now. So If this is the first time ever watching one of my WTF Wednesday videos, this is probably not the best one to start with, but thank you for being here nonetheless. I have an entire playlist on my channel full of these videos that are probably a lot less depressing or serious. So you can go check those out if you want. With that being said, a quick explanation of what my WTF Wednesdays are: weekly tracking of finances. Every week on Wednesdays, I track our online expenses, our digital spending. That is from our bank account, from our credit card, from our bills that are all on auto pay. All of these things have to be tracked because we do use the cash envelope system, but a lot of things are digital in this day and age. So you have to also be mindful of that and to track those things so that you don't get too far behind or you don't spend too much money, which always seems to be the case for me. I don't even know. Anyway, with that being said, that is basically what this is. We are going to be tracking my bank spending, our credit card spending, our auto-drafted bills, and then we will go over what we spent via cash, just so we can have a basic overview of what we spent over the past week. So that's basically what this is. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them down below, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with, I think we did blue. Yeah, blue for bank spending. So let's start there. Blue for bank spending. It's not crazy, so it won't take too long. Basically, on the 18th, I did a gaming purchase for $3. That'll be coming from our gaming envelope. It was $2.99, so we're putting 1 cent towards Save the Change. And then we had our mental health appointment for my daughter. Both of my daughters do a therapy appointment and they swap weeks. So every week for me, but every other week for each of them. So it was $65 even, no change. And we did that on yesterday. God, time is a construct. And so now let's change over to our pink, which is what we're going to use for our credit card, which we use just for gas. My hubby uses it, should I say, just for gas. He travels a lot with his job. Lately, not so much. Yeah, but you'll understand why soon. And so he uses the credit card for that. We do get cash back. I'm just kind of letting it build. It's actually getting pretty high. So I need to figure out how to cash that out. What do I do? That type of thing. It's my first time dealing with a cashback credit card. So so far, I've just kind of been letting it build over the past couple months, however long I've had this credit card. So I'm excited to stuff that one day, but I just kind of want to let it build a little bit. With that being said, gas purchases from that credit card on the 15th, credit card gas, and that was for $26 rounded up. And it was $25.02, which obviously is 98 cents. And then on the 20th, actually, there's two on the 20th. I guess they came out on the same day for some reason. But on the 20th, we had another credit card gas. It was $35 rounded up. And the total cost was the 15th. So that's 85 cents that we're saving with our Save the Change challenge. And then another one on the 20th, gas, and it was 21. And the original cost was $20.06, which is 94 cents we're adding. So with that being said, that's it as far as that goes. I know it's very anticlimactic, but the real purchases were in actual cash spending, which you'll see. And we did spend quite a bit. You'll also see that. So with that being said, we did have some no spends from our bank account or our credit card. I think somebody used these because this is bent and it's weird looking. Like whatever it was had to be pretty. So weird. Alright, so I just put these there. Oh, there's another one. This is like the most no spend days I've had in a long time. Okay. So I'll go ahead and also put these squares on with you guys since there's not many. But basically what we'll do is we'll pull the cash from these envelopes so that we are effectively paying back our account. We do have an account buffer in there so that we can make these purchases, but we just pay it back every week so that we still have that account buffer there so that we can make these purchases. That's basically how I'm making the system work for me. Alright, so that'll take care of these things. And now I'm going to set this up and then, actually no, let's do some math. We need to do some math. Alright, so for all of the gas purchases in total, we have 26, 35, and 21. So that's $82 that we spent on our credit card over the past week. For our bank spending, we spent $65 and $3, so $68 in total. Like I said, cash spending is where it's going to be. I'll pull those trackers out as we go, but I will go ahead and collect this money first. Then we will deal with the cash spending. And let's start with our gas. So going to gas, we need a total of $82 here. So 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 2, 2. I was going to say there's only 2 in there. That's perfect. So $82, 20, 40, 60, 82. That covers all the gas purchases that we made this past week. That leaves 20, 40, 60, $71. That's good. Keep going with that. Alright, so that'll do it from this binder. The last one is in our short term. So let's do that. While I'm here, I will go ahead and grab out this tracker. Short term. We are pulling from gaming first, and that was $3. So 1, 2. Let's just take these 2 right here. We'll take a 5. So now we'll have the $2 of change. So we got 9 in there now. And then mental health, of course. $65 for that. So 50. 60 and 5. That leaves 50, 100, 50, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 245, 50, 55, 60. So 260 in there. And that takes care of that. And we did have some purchases in here. So I'll grab that tracker. We also had purchases in holidays, Father's Day. I hope you guys had a good one. We also had to pull our savings. I'll talk about that shortly. And reserves. So in total we should have 5 here. Yes. Alright, so let's just deal with this really quick. So for week 3 of June, we spent $188 in groceries. Week 2, we'll calculate these up after I'm done doing that. $40 out of our self-care. We did 50 from the Father's Day. Week 3. Are we in 3? I think 3. I guess it doesn't really matter. $390, and this one. And for this one, we have $299. Okay. So this is what I do. Each of my binders has one of these budget sheets, and it basically, if we spend out of an envelope in that binder, we write it down on these, and then just tally it each week to see how much we've spent out of the binder in general. So this is how I track my cash spending. It's been working so far. I like it. So let's see what we have in total here. We have $2.99. We have $3.90. We have $50, $40, and $188. So in total, that is $967 that we've spent in cash. $967. And that also means we didn't take anything from our account buffer, so that's always good. And for a total, let's see, $98.01, 85 cents, and 94 cents. So $2.78 is what we're adding back to our account buffer, just by rounding up, by doing nothing. So let me put these back in where they go. And if you were wondering why I have these things that I've made with stickers and it's laminated so that it is because if I didn't, this stuff will transfer onto my envelopes, and I hate that so much. So I put a little barrier in each one so that I don't have that happen. Holidays. Should I put it before? Right, let's do it in this one. Savings. I said we emptied it out. We haven't, but we will. And then reserves. Okay. Alright, so let me grab my thumbnail really quick and then we will move forward with this video. Alright, one thing I forgot to do was to tally up how much we have spent in total out of all these methods. And that is $1,117. Alright, so that's that. And now I'm going to take 82. Let's see if we have change. Don't know. We'll see. Alright, so this is our back to the bank. This is what I've been collecting over the month for our credit card payment. Week 3 will be $82. Alright, so I need to see. Yeah, we got some change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take this. And then we need 82. So 50, 70, 90, no, 50, 70, 80, 1 and 2. Alright, so in total for our credit card so far for the month of June, we have 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 30, 40, 45, 50. So 250, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 58. So $258 that we've saved so far. Since next week will be the last one for the month of June, I believe. I will then deposit it next week and make that credit card payment on time, paid in full. Alright, so this will just be going to my spending account. That's 20, 40, 65, 66, 67, 68, which is right. And then this will stay in there until I'm ready to deposit that into my billing account. So that's just how I'm making it work for me, guys. Let me know what you think. Alright, got that done. Let's transfer some numbers into my main billing book. This is my main thing. I keep this out like every single day, 24/7. It is out with me and on my desk, open and displayed. So this I want to transfer all these numbers to, because this is my main, this is my side. I'm going to put this away after that, and we don't touch it for another week until next Wednesday. It's just a way to help me, what's the word I'm looking for? Organize? Organize, yes, let's do that. Let me do some writing really quick. Alright, so this week in bank spending, we only spent $68. In credit card spending, we spent $82. In cash spending, we spent $9.67. And save the change, we saved $2.78. Let's do some calculations for our balance. $38.06 and 68. That's $3,874. For the credit card, we spent $176 and 82. $258. And then for cash spending, we spent $967. That's $2,525 we spent in cash. And then $8.44, $2.78, and that leaves us at $11.22 we've saved just by doing nothing. Alright, so now I can put this little book away until next week. Yeah, there we go. I felt like it was too. And now let's tackle our bills really quick. Let's get those done. Not too many came through. We did have our Prime Amazon $14.99 came out. We had internet, which is here, for $99.98, also came out. And then we had our water, which was $50.79. So those are the only ones that came out this past week. Let's flip on back to my calendar spread here and put those in. We did have the other Prime come out, $14.99. And then we had water come out for $50.79, and internet came out for $99.98. So everything came out the way it was supposed to, and then we'll have some more come out before next Wednesday. So, yay! That looks good. I did do my cash stuffing modus that day. I did not do DIY on Monday, and we are doing WTF Wednesday now. So we are all caught up. Feels good. I have to admit, it does. It feels really good. So now that we have transferred everything, I think now would be a good time to insert that trigger warning. So, trigger warning, this might be a sensitive topic. If it is, you can skip on through until I'm done talking about it, or click off the video. It's up to you. I just don't want anybody to walk away feeling bad or any kind of way due to a video that I put out. So do that for me if it's too much for you. But we're going to go ahead and get into our life update. So, last we left you guys, I did mention that I was going to get our air conditioner fixed because it's just getting way too hot, and it is absolute torture for my hubby to drive in a car that has no AC, and I can't do that to him. So it was either he stops taking our smaller car that doesn't, go through as much gas, and start taking our larger car, which is the truck, and it's a gas guzzler, and then we end up spending like double the amount of gas, or we just go ahead and bite the bullet, get the AC fixed, and it can continue. So either way, we would be spending money. I just figured it just made more sense to go ahead and get our AC fixed. So we did do that. We got it completely fixed. It works great now. It did cost a lot, and we did take that out of our savings and other envelopes. I think you saw in the reserves, $100 here, $100 there. So we did take out all of that to cover the complete expense. So we paid it in full. No debt had to be had to make that possible. So we did fix our AC in our car. So that's great. Good news. Yay. But it costs money. So basically, oh my gosh, how do I start this? All right. A few weeks ago. And while I talk about this, I'm going to do something. I do want to empty out certain envelopes, and you'll understand as it goes on. But there's some of them I'm not going to touch, like health savings. I got to pay our bills, car maintenance. Always need to keep money in there. But as I go and empty these out, I'll tell the story. So a few weeks ago, I was just hanging out with my hubby. We were watching something, and sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I get a little picky on him, like a little monkey, just, I don't know. That's just me. And I noticed something on his leg that just didn't seem all the way right. And it was a scar from the past. I knew that he had a scar there because I remember when it happened, and I think I'm going to leave cost of living alone. And he hurt himself while he was doing yard work, and it was bleeding, and it healed, or, whatever. But the scar never went away. And that was like 10, 15 years ago. But the scar never went away, and we never thought anything of it. But as I was picking on him that night, I hadn't looked at it in a while, I think. And so I noticed it looking different. It looked different than the last time I had, visibly noticed it. And it didn't look right. So I encouraged him to go get it looked at. Go to a dermatologist, get it looked at. It's probably nothing. It's that scar, it's probably nothing, but go get it looked at. And so he did. He went the very next day, actually, to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist told him it was a trauma tattoo, something we'd never heard of, and honestly, the doctor had never seen one in person, but he'd studied them in school, and he thought it was so cool. But because the wife noticed some changes in it, he wanted to be just extra cautious, so they did scrape it off and sent it to be biopsied and checked out. And since we are emptying these out for now, I think I'm going to put them away, save them until I'm ready to do this again. So basically, what happened was, I'm getting rid of this for now. I might bring it back later. We'll see. So they did finally call us back with those results, and it turned out that it was cancer. Yes, unfortunately. It is melanoma. It is an aggressive form of cancer. His specific one, they did DNA testing on it and everything. So it feels weird saying this out loud because I don't think I have. But my husband has cancer. And so we've been sitting on that for a couple of weeks now. Just until we knew more information, because he was referred to an oncologist, which is what our appointment was yesterday. So we went to the oncologist and spoke with him, coming up with our treatment plan, what the next steps were, what we're looking at, So the good news, though, is that we caught it really early. And if you know anything about melanomas, you know that they are the type of cancer that if you catch it really early, or you catch it early enough, you can pretty much get rid of it pretty quickly. If you don't, it's pretty much incurable. So luckily, we got it really early, like really early. He is just on that line of it becoming into the stage where it might spread. So it's like right there on the border. So he is going to have surgery very, very soon. Probably within the next 2 weeks. It's going to be done quickly because it is an aggressive form of cancer and they are not willing to just wait. So we're waiting for the call to know exactly what day he's going to have surgery. They are going to remove a massive chunk out of the leg where he's got it done. They are also going to do a nuclear medicine procedure where they inject it and find out where it leads to, which lymph node it goes to first. And then they will be removing that lymph node as well, to have it biopsied to make sure that it hasn't spread. So I could really use your prayers and my husband. And again, I want to thank you guys for all the prayers that you have said, even when you didn't know the situation and you didn't know what was going on. I can't thank you enough for that. I'm sitting in the room, the waiting room, waiting with my husband beside me, reading your comments, and it meant everything. It warms my heart to know that people care. Strangers on the internet care. And that is something I'm going to take with me going forward, because of how much it meant to me. I know that I want to be that for other people too. So it has definitely taught me to just comment, respond. If somebody's asking for prayers, if somebody's going through something, sometimes those comments are what gets people through. And I want to pay that forward. So I do want to thank you guys for being a part of that, even just for listening to the story right now. Thank you. So with that said, I have made the executive decision to empty out quite a few of my envelopes, as you saw me do. I'm going to put this in my account. Of course, we have plenty of appointments coming up. Hubby is going to be having that surgery. They have prepared him that it's going to put him down for at least a week, if not longer. So I'll be nursing him and taking care of him. I don't know what that's going to mean for future videos during that specific week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do want to keep things going because I don't want to let our budget get behind. That would be probably the worst thing ever right now. But we need this money to deal with cancer. So that's what we're going to do with this. Yeah, it's not what I had planned for this money, but it's coming in clutch when we need it. With that being said, thank you guys so much. I've got to go. I've got to finish this video out so I can take my daughter to work really quick, and then I can get to editing this video and putting it up for you guys. But I promise I'll keep you updated as it goes. And again, thank you guys so much. So I'll see you in the next video. Should be Friday. I will be cash stuffing my YouTube paycheck, which is perfect timing because that is how you guys have been supporting me. So big thank you for that. And I will see you guys on Friday. Have a great one. As always, until next time.